Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, and welcome to our team recap for the Wexford Wailords team that's going to be lying out in the Pokémon Battle Association, more commonly known as the PBA. This is the new league that I've joined recently, just to replace the IBA, which, as you saw, maybe you haven't saw, but if you did see, it's just it just fell away to the wayside. Unfortunately, there is a video on the channel describing what happened, very very briefly. But yeah, this is going to be the PBA. This is going to be the new league I've decided to jump into. And just to give everybody a quick catch up. I was I didn't draft this team. I'm actually filling in for somebody who had to drop out after 1 week. So there's 16 weeks in this league. 1 week's after going by, our team have lost that match. So the previous owner of this team has already lost one. So we're starting off at 0-1, but we have 15 weeks to rectify it. And it's a huge league. It's kind of like there's 32 teams, and they're divided into two divisions, and there's 16 teams per division, and the top 8 make playoffs. So there's huge scope for us to get into the playoffs. We're in the North Division, so the divisions are divided up into North and South. We're in the North Division, and hopefully we can make top 8. And if we can make the top 8 cut, we get into playoffs. We have 15 weeks to get to turn. We are starting off as a negative, but to turn everything around and get up to top 8, into our top 8 slot. And I do feel we can do it. I'm actually very comfortable with. Well, I do like the team that we have. A few changes that might have been made, but I decided not to make them because I felt I'd give this team a go. But yeah, without further ado, let's have a look at this team. Oh, actually, one other thing, better describe it. It's a GBA style league. So if you guys are familiar with the GBA on YouTube, it's all the various different Pokemon are tiered differently compared to what Smogon or the UCL have done. So it's the original league format kind of league. So hopefully most of you guys have seen it before. It's the same system that I was using in the IBA. So I think we did quite well overall in the IBA. So hopefully we can carry that momentum into this league. And also this league is mainly DS, so you're going to see a lot of DS battles coming from me on this league, and you're also going to see the standard team building videos that I have done for other leagues with this league as well. So hopefully we can pick up a win in week 2 and all that, and kind of get the ball rolling a bit and pick up a few W's and start climbing that ladder and get up to the higher levels of our division. Also, one other thing I want to say is that we are given 4 extensions, or 4 kind of 4 passes to use Showdown or have an extension if we're not able to get our match in, or if we're not able to have a DS battle because something went wrong, either getting our mons together and all that kind of stuff. So I might have the first game as Showdown because I'm trying to catch up after coming back from my holidays and whatnot. So but hopefully we don't have to, and hopefully I can get a DS battle in, because I have to do 2 battles this week. I have the week 2 battle and the week 3 battle done, need to get done. So I'm going to be very much on top of this for this week anyway. So you're going to see a lot of content coming out with the PBA, very rapid, very quickly, before we get back into our standard flow of what a team building and match every week. But yeah, without further ado, let's kind of have a look at the team that we have that was drafted for us and that we're after picking up. As you guys know, as I said, it's split into different tiers. So you have a mega slot, and the megas are in different tiers. But you have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and tier 5. You pick 1 tier 1 Pokemon, 1 tier 2 Pokemon, 2 tier 3 Pokemons, 1 tier 4 Pokemon, 1 tier 5 Pokemon, a mega Pokemon, and then you have 4 other Pokemon that you can pick, but you're given a certain amount of points that you have to use to draft them. So it's if you guys are interested in what this system is all about, let me know in the comment section down below, and I can give you guys a few links. But it is out there. It's very easy to find on the internet about what the system is. So I'm going to start off with the mega pick that we have. I don't know what order this was drafted, but I know we got Mega Lopunny as our mega, so I'm delighted with that because Mega Lopunny is insanely good, absolutely insanely good. Look at that speed, look at that attack stat. It's just unbelievable. It has decent coverage, all around. You have stab return. You have all the elemental punches. I believe you have Ice Punch, Fire Punch. I believe you have Thunder Punch, don't you? You do have, we do have Thunder Punch. We do indeed. Yeah, Power Up Punch if you want to get a bit of to get your a +1 from it. We can set up a sub. We have great priority in Fake Out and Quick Attack, and yeah, we're really good. We have High Jump Kick as well, which is going to be our main stab move. It deals out so much damage with very decent accuracy as well. We have Magic Coat, which is interesting. It is very interesting. But this thing will mainly be used as a physical threat, more so than actually something that can do a bit. That can do something utility wise. We can do baton pass and all that, but it's very hard. We don't really have much to set up with. Like you could use agility, but like we're so fast, like it's redundant on Megalop so there's no point using agility baton pass into anyone else, especially seeing as how Megalop is so powerful. And the great thing about Megalop is that I don't think there's any Pokemon out there that can resist either of Lopunny's stabs. Like you can bring a Ghost type, I have Scrappy, I'm going to hit you with either High Jump Kick or Return. You bring a Steel type, I got High Jump Kick. If you bring even a Steel Bug type, I'm going to hit you neutrally for damage as well. So like it's very hard to kind of deal with Megalop because it has great coverage and no one can kind of come in and take a stab hit off Megalop. It's just so good. I'm delighted to have it on the team. I really am ecstatic. It should be really good fun. I've used it before several times, so I know it in and out a good bit. So I'm really looking forward to being able to use it again. So our tier 1 pick that was picked first was Latios. So I'm pretty happy with Latios. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very happy with Latios. Latios gets defog, so it has a way to deal with hazards. It gets Calm Mind, Roost. If we look down through here, Draco Meteor, it can D-dance as well, which isn't unusual. Like 90 base attack isn't great, but when you get +1 D-dance and you have that speed, it's really good. And it's got a really decent physical move pool as well with Dragon Claw, Earthquake, and I believe you get Zen Headbutt as well. If I recall, we get Shadow Claw, and Zen Headbutt, so it gets an awful lot of coverage moves. And then even on the special side, you have Surf, you have Thunderbolt, you have Energy Ball, you have Side Shock, you got Psychic, you have Ice Beam. It's just insanely good. It is a really good Pokemon. I don't think you get Wish though, if I remember correctly. You don't, and you don't get Healing Wish, which is the only thing it doesn't have. It's not a Cleric, but it's just such a great offensive presence. Got fantastic speed. Look at this guy's stats: 130 base special attack, 110 base speed. Like it's just so fast and so powerful. It's exceptionally good Pokemon. I cannot wait, and I cannot wait to actually use it because it could check a lot of things and it can really dent a lot of people's teams because it's such great coverage. So I'm hoping that Latios will be able to kind of come in and punch holes into different people's teams. Really looking forward to using it, and it should be really good fun. So our tier 2 pick was Feraligatr. Now I'm a little bit mixed on Feraligatr. He's not the one I'm completely mixed on. Like I'm glad I have him, but the problem with Feraligatr is that you do need to set up to be able to use him. He has Sheer Force, which we're most likely going to be using the whole time. So like all our moves with secondary effects get powered up to 1.3, and if you put a Life Orb on Feraligatr, this thing can literally just walk through teams. But you do have to kind of set up with it because his stats aren't great. His speed is mediocre. He's got a decent attack stat, and when he gets +1 with D-Dance, he's fantastic. And he's got a little bit of physical bulk to him, to be able to take one hit and be able to get D-Dance off. A little bit of special bulk, but not much. But on the move pool though, he's got Priority, which is fantastic. He's got Waterfall, which is brilliant. He's got Brick Break, Crunch, Body Slam. Like I'm looking at this guy from a physical point of view because his special attack isn't great, and you want to D-Dance and get off on this, get this thing up and running. He's got Dragon Claw. He's got Earthquake. He's got Facade. He's also got Hone Claws, and I believe you get Swords Dance. I believe you do get Swords Dance if I can find it. Where is it? Yeah, Swords Dance. Waterfall was probably going to be one of our main stab moves. Um, he gets superpower, which is insane. It's absolutely insane. Shadow Claw, like it gets very decent coverage overall, but it's just for me in this format, I was kind of hoping that you get a bulky water type, so as to be able to sponge hits instead of an offensive water type. It's something that I'm not really used to in the league format, but I'm hoping to be able to pick it up, and Fraligator should be able to get us kind of over the line. I haven't actually nicknamed any of these yet, so I'm going to nickname Loda because that's what I always call it. I'm going to nickname Latias Eon, Fraligator, I don't know. But I come up with nicknames as a team build, but I always call Lopunny Latias or Latios Eon. So our first tier 3 pick was Amoonguss. Now I'm really happy, really happy with this pick because Amoonguss can do so much. You give this guy a regenerator and he can live for so long. He's got really good HP stats, so you bulk this guy all the way up to with max HP and look at 432. You know, that's such a high HP stat. And then when you're looking at you know, like you can jump a bit in physical defense, a bit in SPDF, but his HP stat really makes Among Us last so long, especially with the regenerator. He gets clear smog to stop setup. He has a little bit of a decent offensive move pool with Sludge Bomb, Clear Smog, Energy Ball, but you're looking at Clear Smog for a bit of utility. You're looking at Giga Drain to get some health back. You're looking at, where is this? You're looking at Toxic, you're looking at Spore, you're looking at Synthesis. Like, he's got such a great move pool to just stall the opposition and just inflict statuses, stop setup with Clear Smog. He's really good like that. He's got Foul Play as well, which is quite interesting. That could definitely deal a little bit of damage knocking around, but I'm really happy I got Among Us. Someone with a bit of bulk that can definitely take a few hits and deal out some statuses. If I can get a few spores off during this league campaign and be able to set up, be able to play around that, it'd be a huge help. And this guy can set up a growth as well, so he's by no means he's by no means just a one-trick pony, but he can definitely do. His main role is definitely in support and as a bit more of a defensive wall, more so than an offensive presence. But really looking forward to using him. The Amoonguss is such a good Pokemon, and that's what you know. It just walls so many things. So and it gives us a poison type too, which is nice because it helps us deal with fairies. Which we had a bit of a fairy weakness to with Megalopony and Latias. So Latios, I should stop calling it Latias. But it does help us deal with fairies there, and it kind of starts getting us a fire, water, grass core here. We were, you know, with these two picks, so that was really nice. Next up, our other tier 3 pick was Umbreon. So we really did pick up bulk. With the guy who drafted this for us, really did pick up bulk for in tier 3. We got Umbreon, and needless to say, Umbreon, everybody knows what it does. It just walls things. Not like good HP stat, but look at that defense, look at that SPDF. It's just insanely good stats. He gets great defensive coverage because he gets Heal Bell, he gets Wish, he gets Protect, he gets Toxic things. He can do the whole Wish Protect nonsense. He can Foul Play. I don't think you can knock off though, which is a pity. I think Fraligator, you do you get knock off? Do you? No, you don't. Which is a little bit of a nuisance. I'm hoping for a knock off user. Because I've only glanced at the team really and I said no, I'm happy enough with that. I give it a go. But he gets Moonlight, so he gets reliable recovery. Umbreon. Yeah, he can pursue trap. He can, you know, he's got priority in Sucker Punch. He can taunt. He's such a great defensive wall, really. Like if you look at everything else, and he's got a slow baton pass, which can be really good if somebody brings in an offensive threat and he gets hit off and you just take the baton pass out and you just bring in somebody else to kind of counter him. He's really good Pokemon, and I'm glad we got a really good bit of bulk here. Really glad we got a good bit of bulk here. It should be, yeah, he's definitely going to be very useful in this league because he can do so much. He can annoy so many things. So I'm really looking forward to it. And it's a bit like the Hank the Pidgey's team with the Amoonguss and the Umbreon, if I remember correctly, a few seasons ago in the GBA very much like that. These two just play off each other. These two Seashore can play off each other very, very well, the Amoonguss and the Umbreon. So hoping we can kind of replicate that and show, and hopefully we should be able to pick up a few W's and annoy a few teams with these two, just by walling stuff out, wearing things down, and all that kind of stuff. And then last but not least, well, not at the end of it, but for the last of our normal picks before we get on to our free picks is hold on, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Oh no, sorry, it's not. This is our tier 4 pick. Our tier 5 pick isn't. We haven't gone through our tier 5 pick just yet. But our tier 4 pick is Magnetric, which I'm actually happy enough with because we do get Lightning Rod, so that's an electric immunity right there, which is really, really nice. Always nice to have them immunities. And he's got good speed and good special attack, so it's very hard to argue against this pick. Fast electric types are known to be exceptionally good in league format, and we do have a fast electric type, thank God. So he can pack a little bit of punch with that special attack. So we should be decent enough to go on with. He gets discharge, flamethrower, thunderbolt, overheat, single beam. Like offensively, not great, not the best move pool, but he does get full switch, and he does get a decent stab move pool, and then along with his single beam to deal with the grass types, and then he's got flamethrower to deal with that and steel types as well. So he has a decent enough coverage for when we do bring him. He will be very, very useful. So I am actually looking forward to seeing what he can do. I have to investigate him a little bit more to see if there's anything else we can do with him. Like Charge Beam could be something interesting because it does raise our special attack by 1. So that is something to a 70% chance to do it. So that could be something very interesting to go with. And it would be very interesting to just have a look through. If I need to tweak something, like he gets Hyper Beam, which is we could just YOLO at one time and say Hyper Beam just for the crack, but it'd be interesting to see if we can get anything else that this guy can do. Snarl could be interesting. Could be very, very interesting just to slow people down. But yeah, that's my Magnetric. That's our tier 4 pick. And then moving on over here, our tier 5 pick is Gramble. So for anyone who actually follows the GBA, you guys will know that Shady Penguin will be the main guy who used Gramble. He's best known for using Gramble. He's using it for Intimidate, Rattled. He's used Rattled once, I think. Intimidate, Quick Feet as well. He's used Gramble in several different ways. A lot of the time with an Assault Vest to kind of buff this really poor special defense. But when you're really looking at it, where he's got the Intimidate, so that defense does actually become a lot better. And his attack stat is just fantastic. Like that attack stat just wrecks things, absolutely destroys things. He's got, if you look at the move pool, he's got Brick Break, Body Slam, Close Combat, but you're really looking at Play Rough because he's a Fairy type. So we do actually have a Fairy type on the team, which is very, very helpful. So we have the beginnings of a Fairy Dragon Steel Core there, but if you look a little bit more, he does have Play Rough, Power Up Punch, Outrage, Ice Punch, Ice Fang. He's got a little bit of coverage. He's got Hero, which is interesting enough that he's got 1 or 2 support moves as well. He's got Bulk Up as well, so that we can help set up with him. But it means we can't bring the Assault Vest that time. But it's definitely a mon that has somehow been useful in GBA when used correctly, in the GBA style, in the league format when used correctly. So definitely something that I want to have a look at. And will be brought, but obviously like Magnetric, for the right situation against the right opponent for when I can see it being useful. It's not going to be it won't be one of the staples like that, say Mega Lopunny and Latios will be, because they get such great coverage, and they can deal so much damage to nearly every single team out there. It will be kind of touch and go to see if we're going to bring Gramble and how many times we are going to bring Gramble. So after that, the first of our free picks that we got that was drafted for us was Excadrill. So as you guys may know, pretty well versed in using ground types. So happy enough that we got Excadrill. A little bit disappointed we don't have Sand to be able to back it up. That's where we could really have brought Excadrill to really shine. But we have Excadrill regardless. So most of the time, if I'm going to have to use it, it's going to be Mold Breaker. and unfortunately it'll have to be Scarf because his speed is not great. There's so many things do outspeed it, but if I do see the chance where I don't have to bring Scarf Excadrill, I'll take the chance to not bring it. Great HP, great attack stat, but just miserable defense. So that's the reason why most of the time it is used offensively. When you look at it, he's just like his moves. If you look at his move pool, you're looking at Earthquake. You're looking at Earthquake. You're looking at Iron Head, Rock Slide, and then either Rapid Spin or X Scissor as his move pool. That's essentially that's basically it. Like he gets Brick Break as well. He gets Poison Jab. But those few moves I just labeled there, those are the main moves you use with Excadrill because he just destroys things with them. And then with Mold Breaker, who is just a fantastic ability. It's pretty much broken, like, you know, Mold Breaker, but he is a very excellent offensive threat. He also gives us an electric type immunity, so we have 2 electric type immunities on the team, and he also completes the fire, you know, the Dragon Fairy Steel Core on the team as well, albeit a very kind of flimsy one. There is better ones out there, but I think Excadrill is a solid pick, and I'm happy enough to have him. It's just every time I do see Excadrill, I'm like, oh, if we had sand, it'd be perfect. It would be perfect. Maybe I have to have a look into seeing if we have Sandstorm. If somebody can set up Sandstorm, and if they can, brilliant. I might bring Sand Rush then, just as something different. But we always have to wait and see. I remember doing that previously before with Kingdra. We were setting up the rain with him. But anyways, moving on. Our next free pick was Uxie. So another bit of bulk added to the team. Uxie. You look at his stats. Look, that defense and special defense stats are insane, absolute monstrous. Like, look at it. Like, look at it. I'm just going to bend this down a little bit, but like, look at it. Like, 75 base HP is meh, but like 130 defense, 130 SPDF. Like, you dump a lot of that into HP there, and you really could just set this guy up to take any sort of hits. And even then, when he's not actually EV'd to take one hit, he can still, like, say he was EV'd to take physical hits, he will still be able to take special defensive hits all day long. Like, well, not all day long, sorry, let me correct myself. Like, he will be able to take 1 or 2 special defense hits as well on top of all that. So he is a really handy, and he gets great kind of coverage as well for what he does. Like, he's a defensive specimen. Like, he is used to take hits and then and offer a bit of support as well. So like, he can set up his Stealth Rocks, which is nice because we, other than Extra, we didn't have a rock prior to this. So this guy is really one of our main Stealth Rockers on the team. He set up Stealth Rocks. He has Heal Bell, which is fantastic. Magic Coat, Light Screen. I'm not going to use Momentum on Memento. I don't think Memento is that great of a move, personally. He's Protect, Reflect, Rest. Do you get Recover? No, you don't. I always thought you did for some reason, but you don't, which is a pity. It is a pity, but you do get Rest. Sleep Talk, Substitute, Stealth Rock, as we've just seen. Toxic, Thunder Wave, Trick. He gets U-turn, so he can move in and out, and give us momentum. Especially since how he can do a slow U-turn, but with that speed, you know, he's going to be faster than most walls out there. So that's very nice. I like Magic Coat. I think Magic Coat is a move that you can kind of just, you know, you could play around with a good bit to see what's going on. So I like Magic Coat. But yeah, that's a lot what Uxie can do. He can sub Calm Minds and be a little bit offensive. I might have to look into it, alright, but I don't think he's got he's got a decent move pool. He's got Dazzling Gleam, Energy Ball. He's got Psychic, Extrasensory. He does have knockoff, so we do have one knockoff user, but like his stats aren't very good for doing that. So we always have to be very careful with that. But hopefully it will work out. I love Thunder Wave as well. Having a wall that can Thunder Wave like Umbreon as well can be so useful, especially when you want to control speed. Say if with Excadrill or Gramble or with Fraligair, where having a bit more speed control for them to be able to set up will be so helpful. After that, we got Houndoom as our third free pick, And this was the one Pokemon I was most unsure about, because this does complete our Fire, Grass, Water core. But for me, when I'm looking at Houndoom, I was looking at the team as a whole when I saw Houndoom here, and I was looking at saying, right, we have what I was thinking. I was looking at fighting, so we've 1, 2, 3, 4 weaknesses to fighting with 1, 2, 3, 4, resistances. So I was thinking like if somebody brought a fighting type to my team, or had a really good fighting type to my team, they could they could wreak havoc. Like they could really do a number on me. Like Mega Medicham at the moment walks through my team. So wasn't really too keen on Houndoom because of all that. But when I was looking at replacing it, it was either going to be Moltres or Typhlosion, and it wasn't. And even though I was thinking about Moltres, I wasn't really too keen on it, so I decided I'll give Houndoom a go and see how it'll work out for me. He's got Early Bird, but most importantly, he got Flash Fire. And that's what really kind of persuaded me at the end to keep him, because Flash Fire does give me that fire immunity. And I do have a lot of immunities on the team now. I got two ground immunities with Latios and Uxie. I got 2 electric immunities with Excadrill and Manectric, and now I got a fire immunity. So I got a lot of immunities on the team, so teams had to be very careful when you go up against me. And he also kind of fit into this 95 tier speed tier, which I was actually quite happy to keep as well, because my team does have a nice balance with speed. Like we have Lopunny, Latios, Manectric that are over 100 base speed. You have Uxie and Houndoom are 95 base speed. You have Excadrill and is it Amoonguss as well? No, not Amoonguss. Is it Umbreon? No, it's not. No, it's not. But you have Excadrill who's over 85 base speed, and then we have everybody else who just slowly drip down below that. So I was kind of happy having another 95 base speed mon on the team, just so as teams can't say, oh, we can speed creep mons here. But on my team, they can look at my team saying, we can't really speed creep here. It's going to have to be max speed and all that kind of stuff. So it becomes a little bit more. They can't be too creative with having been able to move around EV sets when playing against me, because when it comes to adjusting their speed, because I good speed all across the board to be able to deal with them, or to be able to deal with different teams. And Houndoom gets decent moves. There's no doubt about it. He gets Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, which are going to be probably staples on the team. He gets Shadow Ball, he gets Sludge Bomb. I guess Will-O-Wisp, so I think that's a guaranteed hit, or if a fire types, I can't remember. But he gets Will-O-Wisp, he gets Taunt, which is nice because he's a fast taunter as well. He gets Roar, but he also gets Destiny Bond, and that's kind of cool as well, because I think Destiny Bond on Houndoom is one thing that is often forgotten about. Is the fact that Houndoom can Destiny Bond, and he's fast enough, whereas we're at the point where he can, for 1 or 2 kind of slow offensive threats, he can Destiny Bond them, and and take him down with him. So hopefully Houndoom could do the job for us there on that one, and pick up a few kills with Destiny Bond. It might be something that I might use, but it might be something I might not use. But it's something cool to have in the back pocket in case I need to use it at some stage. And yeah, that's Houndoom. I don't think you get Calm Mind, sadly. I don't think you do. You don't. Yeah, I was thinking that. Alright, I was thinking you didn't really get much set moves. Do you get any set moves at all? You get Nasty Plot. Ah, that's pretty cool. Oh, it's pretty cool. Nasty Plot Houndoom would be pretty sweet. That would be pretty sweet. Alright. So anyways, our last pick is the Armaldo. Pretty good defensive wall with a bit of a decent attack stat. Battle armor prevents him from getting critted. He does have Swift Swim as well, but I'm not really bothered with that because he's got poor speed. He's got priority in Aquajet. He's got Earthquake. He's got Rock Slide. Yeah, but he's got Stealth Rocks as well, which is handy having another rocker on the team. Someone being able to set up a few more hazards. He's got Knockoff, which is really helpful. He's got rapid spin, so he's a really good hazard support mon, which was nice to have. One Pokemon dedicated to hazard support, and we also don't have a rock or bug type on the team, so he does kind of fill that gap. We have Sword Dance as well, if in case you want to go a little bit more offensive. We can actually double dance. We can Rock Polish and Sword Dance and be that guy, which would be really, really good fun. I might do it once. He's got X Scissors. He's got X Scissor, which is one of his main stab moves. I don't think you get U-turn. You don't, unfortunately. But yeah, he's got some decent moves. And he does hazard support very, very well, and he can't get crit, which is always nice for someone you want to be a little bit bulky if you're not for your hazard support. So that is that. That is your Wexford Wailers team for the PBA. I know I ranted on a fair bit there, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and you got a nice readout of the team, and you kind of were brought up to speed a little bit about the PBA and the layout and the structure for it and all that. So yeah, I'm hoping to make playoffs like I always do with every single league I go into. I think playoffs is always the best aim you can go for. So hopefully we do get into playoffs, and we'll just take it week by week as we always do, and we'll see how we go from there. So I'm going to wrap it up there today. If you liked today's video, please click the like button down below for me, guys. If you're excited to see UX or Wailers back, excited for the PBA, and excited to see how we're going to get on, please let me know. Please throw down a like as well for it as well, and subscribe if you want to see us battle in the PBA. And last but not least, if you have any comments on the video or the team that we have, let me know in the comment section down below. And on that note, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.